All right. Looks like we are live as I close my door to get things started. All right. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the Spawncast pre-show. Yeah, man, it is going to be, it is going to be a great show tonight, man. I am excited. I'm always excited to talk video games because this is what I do. This is what me and Kirby do. Me and my boy Kirby right here. We out here. We talking about games. We got the Triforce. We got the power, the courage, and the wisdom to talk about video games today, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is a great day to discuss more and more about video games. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know where my chat box is today. It decided to take today off. It said, no, I am not coming to work today. So hopefully the chat box decides to come to work today. I can turn it off and turn it back on, see if it does. If it does not, then it does not. Sorry, boys and girls. Let's get into the shout outs though. For the there we go. Here we go, baby. You showed up to work today. You ain't getting paid though. No, too late. No, I'm joking. Let's hear Dior. What's good, Dior? Welcome. General Zamora. What's good, General Zamora? Dior, General Zamora, Party Man. That's like the Triforce right there, man. Right there with those three. Game God. I am not late. I am fashionably on time. Felony. What's up, man? Welcome. Loud Boys. What's good? Game God. Broads Gamer. Justin with the 3.
How are you liking the new PS5 versus Switch 2 war? Lol.
War. It never changes. I've been through a lot of console wars in my day, but this has to be the dumbest one that I've ever been through, because the difference between back then and today, and the reason why I hate today's console wars, is that today's console wars are stupid. They're dumb, and they're grifting too. Like, that's the worst part about it. Back in the day, I mean, we didn't have the type of means that we have now, like in manipulation and stuff, but today people grift way too hard. So it, like, today's way more annoying. Back then in the day, it was kind of like, all right, there's this game versus this game versus this game, and what games were actually better. That was what it was back in the day. Today it's like the hair on here doesn't look that great. Oh my god, the graphics on this, and it doesn't make any sense, because back in the day you wouldn't really have a console war between a portable or something that was a hybrid and a home console. So like this type of discussion or argument wouldn't even exist back in the day, because gamers back in the day were far more intelligent than a lot of gamers today, because there's no point in comparing a freaking Game Boy to a PlayStation 2 or something, you know what I'm saying? So it was like back in the day, like, so this console war that we have in today's day is really dumb. It's really dumb. And like I said, there's too many grifters. I mean, if we had the means back then, people would probably grift too, but I don't think it would be the same way, in my opinion. So it's stupid. It's dumb. But now we also have, like I said, because there's way more money in it. So now you can like grift and be profitable. So that's caused a ridiculous amount of people talking about games that shouldn't be and trying to say things that they shouldn't be, and they don't bother to even do any type of research. Like I said, we got people with 700,000 subscribers that can't read a basic sales chart to tell you when a system is the sell through versus shipped. Once again, 700,000 subscribers can't read a basic chart. Says I'm confused on a basic sales chart. Literally, here's the weeks, here's the millions. I don't know. Like, that's how bad that's where we're at in today's day. That's how bad it's gotten. Like, it's gotten that bad. So do with that information what you will, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is, right? Justin with another 3 coming in. Shout outs to Justin.
I think Pragmata and Rebirth broke them.
Yeah.
Also, can I get some Budokai music?
Pragmata and Rebirth definitely breaking a little bit. Because those type of comparisons, in terms of the complaints, we're not around with Steam Deck. You know, like I did not see the same people that I follow, or the same people, I did not see them say, oh, look at the hair on the Steam Deck. I did not see that at all. But now all of a sudden, it's an issue. I did not see these same people complain about Steam Deck graphics. Oh, man. But it's all good, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see here. Who said it? 700k subs. Who do you think? What's up, Bead Queen? Welcome. Shout outs. Thank you, Michelle, for the $1 dono. Big love to Michelle with the $1 dono. Big love to Justin with the 6. Let's go. Appreciate that. I think we're up to, yeah, that's 7 now. 7 on the combo board. Let's go. Overclocks, I should say, more like it. What's up, Ray Ray? Welcome. What's up, Boo Mini? Welcome. They're hurting, OJ. RE9 day and date got them in shambles. Yeah, I said this in my video. I was like, this is the first time in a the Switch 1 was something different, because the Switch 1 didn't get anything day and date. There was listen, there was no such thing as day and date with AAA major games like Resident Evil or like Pragmata or like games like that, right? Like there was no such thing as day and date with the Switch 1. I can't think of a single game that was day and date. Everything either got got delayed or didn't happen or was canceled or something. So it's like, now that it's like some games, not every game, I mean most games won't be, but now that we actually have a number of games now, bigger games, high-end, AA games or low-end AAA games plus big AAA games, day and date, also looking and running decently and anywhere that you want. I think that's broken some people. Because you didn't get that with Switch 1, I said that was going to be key moving forward, though. Like, I personally, because a visionary, I said this was going to happen a decade ago. I was like, if Nintendo can do this, I said it's going to take, I literally said, I got to pull up the quote. I said it's going to take 2 generations. That's what I said. I said it's going to take 2 generations for the technology and for the trust to build back up with Nintendo. Like, they got to knock it out of the park with the Switch 1, and then for the next system that's stronger, then they can potentially get some, like, on the very low end, some of the different AAA games. I mean, that's what I said. That's what I've been saying for, like I said, a decade now, going back to 2016, 2017, that was the real 6-7 right there. You know what I'm saying? 2016 to 2017 with the Switch 1. I was wrong on a number of things, though, so I'm not going to sit there and say that I knew everything. But I think after that, from about February and on, I pretty much started nailing a lot of stuff with how the generation was going to go, and then even the following generation was going to go. So that's kind of like, how I felt this was going to happen, and it's pretty much playing out right around what I thought it was going to be playing out, So, cool. Man, YouTubers and grifters exposing themselves being lacking, not surprised, but what an unfortunate, be an adequate amount of people supporting these grifters. Yeah, but I mean, like, I think that the difference now, though, Minato Mario, is that the games are actually coming. So, the fact that games are actually coming, that kind of silences a lot of stuff at the end of the day. Like, you can sit there and you can compare and you can contrast and you can talk about it on Twitter, but when the games actually come out, I think it goes back to actually enjoying the game, having fun, playing, and it becomes not that big of a deal, at that point, so. Closest that we'd get was Mortal Kombat, but not even. Yeah, you know what? No, Mortal Kombat. No, we gotta. Yeah, so I mean, I think Mortal Kombat 9, right? Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, that'd probably be the closest that we've got that we got last generation. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 1, because those are AAA games, but yeah, that's probably the closest. Oh snap! Yo, B Queen, what is good, yo? Stop Platinum!
Can you play Where We Belong, please?
Oh my gosh, Beat Queen, for you, anything, young lady. For you, anything. And no, it's not safe to have a fire in my room. No, it's not. It's not safe. If I get too close, it burns me. But not like Beat Queen burning up the Hokage and stream Ninja Beat Queen. Thank you for the big 150! Oh my goodness, where we belong. We're where we belong now. Beat Queen, thank you so much. Seriously, Beat Queen, freaking goated, man. Freaking goated. Listen, I'm gonna keep giving you guys the best content. This week, we have streamed so much, but you guys deserve it. And I'm blessed to have you guys, Be Queen, and everybody here as an audience. Honestly, thank you so much for your support. I'm going to keep going. Hopefully, I can bring a little bit of happiness in you guys' day. And more so than anything, Bead Queen, and to everybody here, tell the truth. I think that's the biggest thing. Having some dignity and being honest and telling the truth. I know it doesn't necessarily pay to tell the truth in this game that we're in this industry that we're in. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. You're better off lying and manipulating, honestly. But the people that don't truly build something special, and that's what we have right here. So thank you so much, Bead Queen. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. Let's go. Let's go.
You're so right. I used to see so many crusty Steam Deck gameplay videos of people gloating about FSR 800p. Lol.
FSR 800p. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's a combination of people just not liking Nintendo and just they're feeling a bit threatened because Steam Deck sells like trash. Steam Deck doesn't sell very good, and it's a PC, and you know people like PC. So obviously Nintendo not perfect. They do some things that people really don't like, but I think that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. It comes down to that. But yeah, I did not see these same people doing these and saying, "Oh man, now that the Switches came out, it's getting stuff day and day. Oh man, look at the difference." It's like, bro, there's been low-powered PCs and there's been portable handheld PCs that have had this level of fidelity down for years. People never compared a low-powered PC to a PlayStation 5 and said, "Oh my God, oh no." People play with the 2040 graphics cards or some of the lower-end graphics cards. They play at 1080p, 60 FPS on PC without all the fidelity that a PS5 or a PS5 Pro can get you. And I did not see people doing this. I also, once again, did not see people in this era having to grift about sales so much, at least last generation. So this generation, it's become very profitable to do that too. So that's the funny thing about it. It's silly to me. I saw a thumbnail the other day from someone that tried to make it seem as if Palworld was some type of way bigger success because it sold more in 2 years than Pokemon Legends ZA sold in 2 months. And they tried to make that into a thing. So now it's like I said, I don't have a problem. If you don't like Pokemon, that's fine. If you critique the gameplay or the graphics, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what it used to be like back in the day. Now people just outright lie and manipulate. You know, oh, Palworld sold better. It's like, oh, dude, it's been like 2 years for Palworld. Pokemon Legends ZA has been out for like 2 months. What's the point of that comparison? And on top of that, you gotta mention, Palworld sold for $30. Pokemon Legends ZA goes for either $70 or $60. Plus, it has a $30 expansion. Money-wise, it's actually it might have made more revenue in that 2 months than Palworld's done IRL. So, or sorry, not IRL. That is Palworld's done lifetime. So it's like people are just really dumb, dude. Like I said, people are just really and like you see this all over the place. And this is what it's become at this point. This is what it's become. So it is what it is. Let's see here. But Steam Deck sales don't matter. Crazy Steam Deck fanboy, maybe. Well, my performance mode option. eShop description says 120 hertz. Only games that have that in the description are Hollow Knight, Metroid, Hades, etc. Yeah, I did see Obi talk about that, about Fallout maybe being 120, but maybe it's an uncapped frame rate, and maybe it's like 90 frames or something like that, because like, you know, like VRR or something, or I don't know. So I'm not sure what they're gonna. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see though. We will see. Thoughts on Frank Gore getting robbed the first ballot? Frank Gore doesn't need to get a first ballot Hall of Famer. A lot of good running backs haven't got first ballot, so it's okay.
Anyways, even though performance is a little rough, I'm really enjoying Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's so fun.
I played it last night, Justin, and I'm not as happy. I'm not. They didn't pull a Daemon Ex Machina, but it's not where I would like. I'll just leave it at. I'll wait for the game to come out. We'll see the performance when it comes out, the final build, because that is a demo build. It's old. The final build will probably have a little bit of an update, but I can't say that I'm too happy with everything with that game. Now, gameplay wise and all that, fine, but there's some things. But once again, we will see. We will see when the game comes out. Shout outs to Chris the Shriner Dog as well with the $5 dono. And says, go Seahawks. RGT doesn't know football. He's a Giants fan. LOL. Should I bring that up in the Spawncast tonight? Anyways, what's good, y'all? I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe if you want to bring it up, that's fine. You can bring it up. Shout outs to everybody here, man. You guys have been incredible. Beat Queen with that huge donut and everybody coming through already, man. We just started, too. Shout outs to Beat Queen. Appreciate you, young lady. If you want some more music, Beat Queen, let me know and I'll play it for you. Don't donate again. Just let me know and I got some more tracks for you. Let's see. I just played first remake demo on my phone via the remote play. Who needs Switch 2? Say 450 sarcasm. I don't know why you're telling me that, but it's all good, Monatos. I hope you enjoyed playing it on your phone. I hope you enjoyed. Justin with another 3.
Yeah, I know when I first played it I had Titanic Cyan flashbacks. Lol.
You know, I think they should have just went with a little bit better graphics from the original game and then just go with a 60 FPS on Switch 2. Like, I don't... like I said, I think that they once again take the proceeds, take the money, and then make it into something, and then the Switch 2 version... Okay. Like I said, let me wait till the full release comes out. We'll see what happens there. Anyway, I was enjoying Pragmata, though. I played the Pragmata demo last night, then I went right into the Monster Hunter Stories 3 Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection demo. So let's see when the full game comes out. You know, I might buy the PS5 version, so we'll see. Let's see here. I don't think Kit and Krista are grifters. I think they're more reactors. They just react to whatever. So that's it, and they just give their own opinion. What's up, Michael Powell? Shoutouts, welcome. I don't think everybody that says something negative is a grifter. I want to make sure that I what's it called? That I you know, express that. Just because somebody says something negative doesn't mean they're a grifter. So I just want to make sure that I let that be known. The people that are grifters are the people that are not negative. Even if you're overly negative, that's fine. If you're critiquing games or the presentation, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think, like I said, where it goes into grifty territory is like when you start manipulating numbers in order to make something look a certain one way or another. And then you consistently start doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's when it comes into grifting territory, when you like to when you start manipulating numbers in order to like literally, like I said, lying by omission, things like that. I'm not going to tell you this piece of information because it's going to make this thing that I'm trying to say look better. That's like politics, right? That's what people do in politics all the time. Like, I'm not going to tell you this because it makes me look better here, or I'm going to tell you this because it makes me look better here, but I'm not telling you that. Like, and that's what grifters do on this website, and that's what they do on Twitter and all that type of stuff. Oh, the last 3 months, PlayStation 5 sold better. What happened for the whole year? We have the whole year data. Are you going to say that? Nope, not going to mention it at all. We have the whole year data. What happened? What's going on? So that's like when you start doing into like grifty territory, when you start withholding information, when you start packing up and segmenting information, when you start taking certain things and say, I saw a review online about someone not being happy with the Switch 2, or I saw a few reviews and all of a sudden there's buyer's remorse. Like, what the hell? Like, when people start doing stuff like that consistently and repeatedly, that's when they turn into a grifter. That is a manipulation of data to make it look one way, to make things look way worse than it actually is, because you're trying to push an agenda of something that you don't like. That's usually where grifty comes into part. Now, once again, stuff like, oh, well, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or I didn't like the presentation, or I didn't like this game, or I didn't like, no, that's not grifty. That's not grifty. That being a whiner or whining about things all the time, that's not grifting either. Like, if somebody's whining about stuff 24/7, that's not really a grift. They're just whining about everything, you know, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's their opinion, you know. So I don't mind opinions. Opinions are fine. So I don't want you guys to think that just because somebody has a negative opinion about something, all of a sudden it turns into being, oh, they're a grifter. No, that's not it. That's not it. Like I said, it's about people who manipulate. Grifters are very, like I said, very cunning and shifty. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very cunning and shifty. Like, people that are just whining about things, I don't take it as cunning or shifty. I take that as, oh, they're just passionate about whatever they like or whatever they don't like, and they're just not happy with X, Y, or Z, you know? So I don't take that as grifting, you know? Whining is annoying, but still, it's not grifting though. If somebody's really whiny about something, that's not grifting though. It's not. Like, it's just not. It's just that they're whiny about something. Listen, I've been called whiny too. I was really whiny a decade ago about the Japanese support and output for Nintendo platforms. People said you're whining too much. A lot of people that I said, OJ, like, you're always talking about RPGs, like, shut up, you've been whining about this. So I've gotten that label too when there's an issue, when there's an actual issue. So I don't feel like that's a problem, in my opinion. I mean, you don't have to like it, but I don't feel like that's a problem. So yeah, Nintendo has no first party games. We need Mario and Zelda to save the dry switch too. I'm telling you, we need it. Which game is you more nervous for? 3D Mario, Smash 6? Honestly, nervous for Smash 6? Nervous for? I'm not nervous for either one of them. You mean like want more? Like I said, either one. Whatever one comes first is fine. I'm guessing 3D Mario's first. Everybody forgot about Titanic Scion Super King. Everybody did. Big love to DVD Night too. Shout outs to DVD Night. Says appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys give some love to DVD Night. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $5 dono. I appreciate that, fam. Still remember during the Switch 2 era, you have grifters saw their Switch 2 stock local stores said Switch 2's not selling. Yeah. Pragmata is fire. Switch 2 60% to 95% chance of buying it day one. 5% turns it out to be a disaster. Yeah, I think it's gonna be solid. I played Pragmata as well. I played the demo. I think it's gonna be pretty solid, and it's $60. It's not 70, so that's good. Hope we're doing well, Jay. What games in the thumbnail you got there? Yeah, that's Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I think it's like Endless Ragnarok. It's the Grand Blue. It's a action RPG, like AAA action RPG from Cygames, the people that created Grand Blue, like the mobile franchise, and then of course like the Grand Blue franchise. It was originally a mobile game, like a mobile RPG, but they've spun it off into a couple different things. They've spun it off into a fighting game, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Then they spun it off into another like a big AAA action RPG called Grand Blue Fantasy Relink that came out 2 years ago. And then at the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, they revealed the remaster of the game, updated remaster with new characters, a little bit better graphics, updated online play, like all sorts of different things that they updated for the game. And they put that into there, like a new chapter, new story elements, and they're calling it, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. I think that's what they're calling it. Somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but that's the name of it. So I'm very excited. I have the original Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I have it on my PC and my PlayStation 5. It's a good game. It's a very good game. I'm surprised Nintendo haven't had any supply issues with the Switch 2. I'm not surprised because they were stockpiling it for quite some time, and Nintendo let us know beforehand, Daniel, that they were stockpiling a bunch of Switch 2s, and they're gonna try to make sure that there's no stock issues by having a lot ready to go. So that was something we knew beforehand, that was not going to be an issue too much. LJ talked in about grifting. This is a good stream. Hey, shout outs Casual Noob. I'm not saying it's grifting at all. I just find continuous whining super annoying. It's cool to be passionate, but all you can be negative 100% of the time, and you should be doing something different. I mean, yeah, I get you. Yo, Kel, man, I'm with you, brother. I personally don't like watching people that are just whining 100% of the time or a lot of percent of the time. But like I said, I just want to make sure that you guys know the difference, just because I don't want people to think that, oh, OJ's telling people that anybody that simply has critique or criticism is a grifter, because then I'd be a hypocrite. We'd all be hypocrites, right, if that was the case. So I just want to make sure, and I know that's not what you were saying, but I just want to make sure that you guys know, like, for me at least, the difference between that. To me, it's a manipulation of numbers, not I don't like X, Y, and Z. So I think there's a clear distinction, but sometimes they can kind of blend because grifters can be very whiny, and then people who aren't grifters can also do grifty stuff. Like I said, they can grow into that territory. Usually when they start talking about things that they don't understand sales-wise, that's when it can kind of seem like they're grifty. When they start talking about sales charts and things that they don't know or they don't understand, and they're trying to talk about it, but they obviously clearly have not researched and don't care enough to research. So, I mean, there is some kind of crossing over, but I think that it's very clear when you watch a grifter channel, it's very clear the ones who are grifter channels compared to the ones who aren't. I think it's clear. You can tell. Usually AI slop thumbnail, it's usually a grifter. Like, if you see someone with like that they use AI thumbnails to make Pikachu look crazy or evil Mario crazy and stuff, it's 99% of the time it's a slop grifter channel. Like, 99% of the time it's a grifter channel with a slop AI thumbnail that manipulates Pikachu's face or makes different versions of evil renders that you've never seen before. chances are it's a grifter channel. Most of the people that are just whiny or just like, you know, just talking about things, I think, that are being fair or just giving their own opinion, they don't do that. They don't do that. But 99% of the time, if you see AI slop, it's a grifter. It's a grifting channel. So it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Figure Drawing? Welcome. The fact that majority of gamers only buy 2 to 3 games a year. If that, you're bound to hear trolls crying with every direct. They are hoping to find the single game they play over a generation. I think the people that only buy 2 to 3 games per year, that's mainly the people that just play like Madden, Call of Duty, you know, FIFA or FC, and like maybe like one big PlayStation game or one big Mario game or something like that per year. Like, so yeah, the large majority of gamers, they'll only buy a few games per year, you know, 2 to 3, maybe 4 games per year, the large majority. So like a lot of people don't. They play more, but some people play like on PC or mobile or things like that. So like the free-to-play market is a whole nother thing, you know. Mr. Super, I mean, that's the reality. The reality is that there's so many games, it's hard to be able to play all these different games that come out, you know. John's discussion with Matt Piscatello is pretty great. He destroys a lot of the grifting narratives, and even he is annoyed with them because he gets dragged into it. LOL. I mean, well, yeah, that's the reality of the situation. Is that most logical business people that know sales numbers and that know the industry trends and know things that happen, most of, you know, us that are in that category, like, we're not tripping about anything because we like to research. So, I mean, obviously Matt Piscatella knows the numbers, and yeah, I mean, I can understand why he'd probably get a little upset too, because people just have these crazy narratives, you know, and that's why he left Twitter, because people were insane on Twitter about the sales, and like, he had the data. What's up, OJ? Do you know why there's no Switch 1 version of Adventures of Elliot? I want the game physically and not a game key card, unfortunately. I don't know why there's no physical version of there's no Switch 1 version of Adventures of Elliot. I am not sure. Maybe it could be due to budget. They did not want to spend the budget on a Switch 1 version. Maybe they felt that most people that would that would buy the game, like a HD 2D game, that are Nintendo fans, would have the Switch 2 already. So I think they're banking on that. So I think they're banking on it, because I mean, realistically speaking, I mean, the game's probably going to sell like around 1 million units on Nintendo hardware, like 1 million to 2 million units. How many of those people are going to already have a Nintendo Switch 1, or sorry, Switch 2? I think a lot of those people are. So I think that's really where they went with that one. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that that's the 100% reason or anything. I mean, it also could be because they felt that, you know, some of the things that they're doing in that game, maybe it wouldn't fit the Switch 1.
You know what's crazy? Digimon at launch was $70 on PS5 for 30 FPS and is launching at $60 on Switch 2 at 60 FPS. Yes, it's coming everywhere else, but still. Lol.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that that's why I said the biggest surprise to me. Justin, thank you for the $3 dono. Combo breaks to everybody out here. The biggest surprise to me was Digimon at that price, at that frame rate, at that resolution. You know, and it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy that they were able to get that like it was, and all of that. I'm thinking Nintendo and Arlo. Yeah, I mean, those guys whine a lot, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think that those guys like Arlo and Nintendo Land, they're like big fans. So I don't think that they're grifters. I wouldn't call them grifters, or I wouldn't put them in the category of that. Like I said, sometimes they don't research sales and numbers as much. So sometimes they can look as if they're grifting or as if they're pretty grifty. But that's because they're very inexperienced and really are kind of, you know, brain dead when it comes to sales numbers. Like they don't know sales, and like they don't have any background in sales and information and data analysis and things like that. So you have to kind of forgive, you know, some of that stuff too, you know, like when they make some bad takes when it comes to sales or when it comes to information, because once again, they don't have any background in that. They're just speaking from fans. So I think that, you know, there's got to be some leniency there with some people that are, you know, clearly, once again, don't know, but are just trying to put together content for their viewers or expressing themselves. So yeah, no harm, no foul. With those guys, you know. Let's see here. For me, I'm PS5 and Switch 2 owner. Favorite is RPG. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Their stock is below 14. How is that not bad? How does that not sound like trouble? Well, everybody's stock is getting slammed right now in Dr. Wolfstar. If you look at everybody's stock, everybody's stock is getting slammed because of Genie, because of different various tools, like things in the marketplace. That's the reason why. It's not necessarily just because Switch 2 is not doing good or anything like that. There's some stuff that's out of their control that really they can't do anything about when it comes to that. But if you look at the stock, pretty much everybody's stock is down. Even Sony's stock has been down despite them doing pretty well. Microsoft stock is down. And that's the reason why I don't talk about stock, because I'm pretty sure you don't understand the stock market too much. You're just watching grifter videos and then coming here and trying to say the same thing, you know? So right now, everybody's stock is getting slammed. Take-Two stock got slammed. Everybody's is. So there's really no point in really bringing it up when it comes down to it, because once again, Nintendo has a war chest of assets, and they're one of the most valuable companies in the world by a country mile, like by a bazillion. So where's the trouble? Like, at the end of the day, they have billions, I think 15 billion or 10 billion in cash reserves plus, and then they also have some of the most valuable IPs in the world. So what's the point of sitting here and getting crazy about stock price as if the company's somehow in trouble of folding or being off the stock market? That's insane. That's why I say it's silly to talk about stocks and prices like that. Let's see, I like to buy 46 games per year depending on what's coming out. I play mostly single player games. Let's see here. I'm a stockbroker. How do you understand stocks? That's my living. Okay, so then if you're a stockbroker, explain to me why Nintendo's not in trouble when it comes down to their assets, value, and IP. So you're a stockbroker, right? So then you should know about company value and company IP. Explain to me why they would be trouble based off of their assets, net value, and things that they have. Explain to me how they're in trouble. Then go ahead and give me an example of other companies that have had this type of trouble, that have Nintendo's type of resources and all that, that have somehow folded or went out of business. Go ahead. You're a stockbroker? Go ahead. The floor is yours. Let's see here. Memory issues causing stock crashes. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I want to hear. Let's go. You know stocks, you know about companies and their financials and resources. Go ahead. No. I didn't say that you lied to me. I told you, I asked you to break down Nintendo's value as a company as it pertains to the stock market in assets, cash on hand, balances, net value, and all of their IP. Go ahead. Break it down for me. Go. I write it down and put it into 200. Go ahead. You know stocks and you know value. Let us know. Educate me, my boy, because I gave you an answer and you said, "Oh no, that's you're this." Okay, go ahead. I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead. Let's see here. Why would I make your argument for you? So this isn't about the truth. This isn't about what actually is the truth with Nintendo as a company as it pertains to value and stock. It's about you wanting to be right. I see. I simply asked you to break it down from a stock perspective, the value of a company, because that's what stock really is. How valuable is that company, right? That's what stock is. How valuable, perceived value of a company. So I asked you to break it down for me since you're a stockbroker. That is literally what stocks are, the perceived value of a company, right? Nod your head and say, right. Okay, so Nintendo's doing so terrible because of their stocks crashing and stuff, right? So please break down to me their net assets, their value, their determining factors of what the stock price is, what they have, and go ahead and break it down. Go ahead.
You think I would like Re9? I'm considering getting the physical. I have a $30 gift card to put towards it.
Shout outs.
I only played Re4 and the 3DS one.
Let's see here. No, I'm just saying, like, go ahead. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the 3. I'm giving you the floor to break it down. OJ, you're hiding the truth. You asked me to tell you why Nintendo. No. I asked you. I'm gonna ask you one more time, and I'm gonna say it very clearly, Mr. Stockbroker. Okay, Mr. Wolf on Wall Broke Street. I'm gonna ask you one more time, Mr. Wolf on Broke Street. I want you to break down Nintendo as its perceived value from assets, cash on hand, and all of that, and tell me why it's good or bad based off of what they own. You're a stockbroker. The floor is yours. Go ahead. I'm asking you. You should know everything about the companies. Go ahead. Since you want to get into that, I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead. Bubblegum Crisis with the chewed-in tier. And I'm only going to ask you one more time. If you ask me another separate question, I'm just going to time you out for the rest of the stream. So I'm going to ask you one more time, all right, man? I'm not going back and forth with you all day, Dr. Wolfstar. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing this all day, brother. So I'll give you one more chance. Let's see here. That wolf guy used to be bootlicker earlier. Talking to chat, by the way, you can tell by the type. Oh yeah. I just want him. I want Mr. Wolf on Broke Street to Mr. Stockbroker on Broke Street. I need him to break down Nintendo as a value as a company, their assets, their net worth, their value, and what would happen whether, you know, if their stocks go too far. Give me the spiel. Give me the spiel. Since you want to be Mr. Wolf on Broke Street, go ahead. See, I'm still waiting. He hasn't done it yet. So yeah. Are you really? He's probably metal forever. He's probably not. Trust me, he's probably not. No real stockbroker would be arguing Nintendo Switch stocks and sales on a Saturday night. There's no real stockbroker would be doing that. I know stockbrokers. On the weekends, they're chilling at home and they're chilling with their family, or they're chilling at home. They're not arguing about stocks on a live stream, especially Nintendo stock. So no, he's probably not. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good? Welcome. Let's see here. Like I said, I know real stockbrokers. Trust me, none of them do this. And I know ones that play video games, and none of them do this right now. None of them do this. You know why? Because it's a compromise to their job. None of them would ever, even if they have an alias, they would never go on live streams and start saying certain things about this or about that, and especially so broadly. A real stockbroker would talk about it from an intellectual standpoint. They would not talk about it from a fanboy standpoint or from a doomed standpoint. They would legitimately start talking about, hey, Nintendo's worth like this. Here's their assets. Here's what they're worth. Here's the value of them. Here's what happened to them before. Hey, they were at an all-time high like a year ago or so beforehand. A lot of the other companies, they've been getting slammed because of memory. They talk about it philosophically. I've spoken with stockbrokers before. They are not just straight up so like, oh, well, like they're doing bad because of stock. They don't do that. Stockbrokers don't do that. Good stockbrokers don't do that. Now, broke stockbrokers, maybe. The ones that don't last very long in their jobs or bad at their jobs or frauds or scam artists, yeah, they'll do stuff like that. But real stockbrokers always look at things from an intellectual standpoint when talking about it. That's what a real stockbroker would do. They would not do what this guy did. They would not come in here like this. So yeah. Yeah, we're not talking about revenue in 2021. Like I said, we're talking about their value as a company overall, with assets, overall value, net on hand, all of that. Go ahead. We're not. You're not giving right now, man. You're just trying to postpone. You're just trying to postpone. I'm gonna give you one more chance, bro. I'm gonna give you one more chance. One more wrong answer, fam. Because like I said, I'm not doing this. We got 45 minutes left of the Spawncast. I know it's fun to talk about sales and all, but I'm not doing this with you all night, man. So I'm gonna give you one more shot, brother. Dr. Broke Street. Let's see here. 2025 was 12B. You Google searching everything right now, huh? Oh, now you Google searching everything now, huh? Oh my gosh, you're giving us information that I already gave you, brother. You're not saying anything different. Okay, you've got 200 characters and you're breaking it up. It sounds like you're just typing into a screen. You're looking up something and typing it in as you go. So yeah, that's like 4 billion lose in revenue in just 4 years. That's horrible. Okay, so then what's gonna happen next, Dr. Wolfstar? So what's gonna happen next? What do you think is gonna happen for the company overall, as their value as a company? What's gonna happen? What do you think? How about that? I'll give you that. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen next? Go ahead, give me your prediction. He's using ChatGPT. Yeah, he's using ChatGPT. Yeah, he's definitely using it. Don't miss my dono message. Okay, I'll get your dono message. Casual Noob with another $1 says, also, I will drop whatever I'm playing right now to play Chrono Trigger. Dude, we need to play Chrono Trigger. Tomorrow's Super Bowl message, the correct winner of tomorrow's Super Bowl message. We need to play Chrono Trigger, man. Wolfstars and Tendines alt. Let's see. Stockbroker, you don't know how to exchange rates? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy's a complete fraud. He's not a stockbroker. Hi, dude, do you think What the F exists and is a PlayStation exclusive game? I'm not, because I think the What the F game is probably something, I'm not sure. We'll see. he's not even right about what he was saying here, because once again, some of the stuff that he said here was let's see here. Rewind. You said they lost $4 billion in 4 years. They had an all-time high stock price last year before the Switch 2 came out. It was a little bit way too high for what they were ultimately what was going to happen, but you know, it's all good. I want to pay. That's why I don't talk about stocks, guys. This is the reason why I don't bring it up, because there's no point. Nintendo has good value. They're doing games, movies, amusement, and parks and stuff. They'll become like Disney. Oh yeah, absolutely. They have so many. Like, the Mario movie is going to come out next month, and that's going to be huge. That's going to be a huge movie. That's going to bring in a ton of revenue, and everything. So, yeah. Let's see here. I think we'll Switch 2 only sell about 70 million units, and we'll hit a ceiling hard in 2027. And Nintendo doesn't come out with the new IP, something spark interest. Okay, you think that? You're a stockbroker. You've got money, right? Let's bet $1,000 right now. Drop 500. That Nintendo does more than 70 million. Let's do it. Let's do $1,000 right now. How about that? You're a stockbroker. You got money. I know you got money. So I will bet you $1,000 right now that Nintendo does more than 70 million. Let's go. Let's bet right now. You can drop 25%. You can drop 50%. You can drop the full percent, and I'll give you 2-to-1 odds. If you win, I'll give you 2,000. But if I win, I get the rest of my money, whatever you want to drop. So go ahead, drop 25%. You can drop 30, you can drop 30%, you can drop just a percentage. Give me anything 25% or more. And we bet 1,000 right now. And I'm gonna be here for the whole generation. So you think it's only gonna be 70? I'm gonna take the over on the 70 million. So let's bet $1,000 right now and give me any percentage, 25, 50, 75, or 100. And I'll give you 2-to-1 odds. If you win, you get $2,000. If I win, I get the rest of my money. Whatever percentage after that you drop. Go ahead. Deal? Mr. Stockbroker, you got money. You're a stockbroker. So don't tell me that you don't got money. So we got 1,000 on it, right? Drop 25% right now. That'd be 250. Let's see here. Sonic Slim with the $5 and says, Mr. Stockbroker had decided to wind up and punch gamers on YouTube. Okay, I'll do it, but you better pay me 500. I'm trustworthy. Okay, but you better pay me 500. Yeah, go ahead and drop it. I'm gonna be here. I'm not gonna take your 500 and run. You know how bad it would look if I took your 500 and ran? I'm here. So just go ahead and drop whatever, drop the 250 or drop whatever the rest of it is. But I'm gonna need about 25%. You know? So drop that. Drop it and we'll see what happens in the next number of years.
Nintendo financial guys gotta be the worst angle of grifting, thus far loudly crying.
Oh yeah, it is. Shout outs to Sonic Slim. See, look. I knew you chicken out. I don't trust you. Why wouldn't you? I paid people bets here before. I paid Figure Drawing his bet. I'm not going anywhere. I'm a man of my word. I pay up. If I lose a bet, I pay up. I've always been trustworthy. So I think right now you're scared. No, you pay me 500 and we'll do the bet. No, I'm the content creator. You're the blank avatar. No way. You pay me. This is my platform. You pay me because I'm the content creator. You know where I'm at all the time. I have no idea where you're at. I have no clue where you're at or anything like that. So, absolutely not. You have no platform. You're just a nobody. You're just a nobody fake stockbroker. So why would I pay you? That makes no sense. I'm here. You know me. I'm here. I have a business. There's nothing that you can do. I mean, heck, there's even other ways that you can find out where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I can't find out where you're at. So absolutely not. No, you don't be a coward. You do the bet. So yeah, man. It's or once again, you can email me and we can put money in a separate account with other people. We can get Party Man or we can get other people involved and they can hold the money. And then we can go from there. Then whoever wins takes the payout. So we can do that. But yeah, dude is trolling. So you got my email, Dr. Wolfstar. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bet on that one, we can bet. I'm going to time you out because like I said, you're just trying to take over the stream now. You're a fraud. You're not a stockbroker. You're a fraud. You're a liar. And you know good and well that the Switch 2 is going to sell more than 70 million, but you're scared and you're trying to reverse it, make it seem as if I'm the one who wouldn't pay or something like that. Stop the cap, bro. You're lying about your profession. And like I said, you're a fraud. So 24 hours. You know my email though. If you want to do this, my link in terms of the Streamlabs, it's up there. So you're timed out for 24 hours, but the bet can still be on if you want it. I need 25 to 50% of that 1,000 if you want to bet. If you don't, then like I said, enjoy the rest of your night, my boy. All right, let's see here. Moving on. Monado with the $3 donut says, so many bet that chicken and chicken out weirdos at this point.
So many bet and chicken out weirdos at this point. We need an OJ Money Bet compilation. LMAO.
Yeah, I mean, I've won the majority of my bets, but there's definitely been a lot of people who've chickened out. That's why I require a certain percentage down. But most of it, I mean, I've had people run away from bets, and I've won most of them, though. I think I did lose, like, some sports bets. I lost a bet with figure drawing with the Seahawks. I lost that bet, and I might lose another bet with him that I'll owe him another more money. If the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, I owe him more money. So, but I paid him. I paid figure drawing when I was supposed to pay him, you know, so. But I've won most of my sports bets that I've done on here. I've won most of them. I think I'm like 3 for 4 or like 4 for 5 on sports bets. So I've lost one, but I've won the majority of them. What's up, Kiwi Talks? I saw Kiwi Talks here. Let's go. OJ gonna get rich from the bets. Yeah. Dr. Wolf on Broke Street talking about pay him 500. What the hell? Why am I gonna pay a fake fraud stockbroker troll in his mom's bedroom $500? What the hell? We ain't paying you nothing, dude. What the hell? This man's scared as hell. He gets, I gotta find a way to reverse this on him. He's the fraud, and he's not trustworthy. Yeah, the YouTuber with the 100K that you could easily, once again, make into a big deal. Trust me, if I jacked 500, you can ruin my career if I did that. I run this, you know how many clips that could talk about me being honest and me being, I literally just had a clip about me being an honest person and all that. Dude, that would be bad for me. If I bet someone like that and then I didn't pay up, trust me, it would be really bad for reputation and career. I would never do that, because once again, I talk about honesty and, you know, being a man and all this stuff, and then I don't even pay somebody on a bet that I initiated. That's called a fraud.
I'm no stockbroker, but I'm pretty sure the sequel system of Nintendo's best-selling system with sequel games and game series that sell millions will do great.
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah. That's why he didn't want to actually bet, because he knows good and well what he's saying. And one, he doesn't have the money, but also, like, two, he knows good and well that it's gonna sell more than 70 million. That's less than the Nintendo 3DS. Like, that's it. It already sold 17 million. They're projecting 20 or 19 million. That means that would be already about what, 20-something% to that goal by then. So absolutely not. Dr. Wolfstar dude is clearly wrong. Why are you being such a coward? Take this bet. He's right. You shouldn't. He shouldn't blindly pay you. You should pay. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Dr. Wolfstar actually had a platform, like he was a content creator and he had a platform and he had links to where you could actually pay him or anything like that, then I'd be more willing to say, okay, we can go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Or we can set something up. But he's not. He's just a random person that just comes here to troll my stream every now and then to say that Nintendo sucks. Like, he's not anybody of note. I can't trust him. Trust him based off of what, dude? All you do is come to my stream and troll. Why the hell would I trust you with that? I'm here all the time, so that's the reason why I say you should pay me. Shout out to your mama. OJ clearly doesn't have the money here. OJ, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Or more like, he might have it, but he knows that he's not right. He does not want to take that bet. You know, and another thing is, like I said, it was 2-to-1 odds. Imagine that, bro. 2-to-1. If he won, he would get $2,000 because it's 2-to-1 odds. Imagine how crazy that would be. If I was confident in something, going to somebody's stream and doing all that, I wish a content creator would bet me on something that I'm confident about, especially 2-to-1 odds, 1,000 per pop, and I just got to put 25% down. Bro, that's good odds. I would definitely do it, you know, but once again, this guy's a fraud. So this guy's a complete fraud. I bet a general direct is coming March 12th. March 12th? Why do you think it's coming March 12th? Let's see here. So why do you think it's coming March 12th? Yeah, years past. LOL, 70 million within 3 to 4. Let's see here. I think Yamuchi, is that his alt account? Or no? Or no, that's not his alt. That's not his. Okay, no, Yamuchi's cool. He's cool. OJ spent his last 500 on the new green screen. I spent my last 500 on the new green screen. Let's go. Let's see, dude's either a closet pony or Steam fanboy. He's a PC schizo. He's a PC schizo. Like, PC schizos are always like that. They have a certain smell to them in the chat. You can smell them from a mile away. PC schizos. You can smell them from a while away. Because they're gonna do the same points. PC schizos talk about stock and all that type of stuff. That's a PC schizo thing. So, like, that's what they do. I mean, some PlayStation like schizos, yeah, but that's really more of like a PC grifter schizo thing to do. No, don't twist my word, OJ. You were the coward. Oh, you should take the bet. Why trust a random YouTuber that can't get 200k subs? They can't get 200k subs. Thank you, Yo Mama. I appreciate the $5 dono. Don't twist your words. I am the coward. Why would I randomly pay somebody that I don't know? I have 130 more K subs than you do. So why would I randomly pay you? Why would I randomly pay you? I got a ton of subs. I got 100k subs. I got way more subs than you do. And of course, we'll get to 200k when we get to 200k. I had people come into my stream telling me that I'll never get to 100k. Remember those days, Party Man? Remember that? When people said, you're not even a 100k subscriber. So I'll get there when I get there. But you've got 0k. You've got no subscribers. You've got no clout. You've got nothing. You've got nothing, fam. So the problem is that I'm not going to trust somebody that has nothing, that lies about their profession, that's not a stockbroker, that lies about their profession. And now you have to stick to talk about my sub count as if that means something. It doesn't mean anything. I got more than you. What do you got? You got sock accounts. You're a fake stockbroker. You got sock accounts. You're a faceless nobody. You're an NPC. Let's just be real. I don't want to be mean to you, but now I'm going to have to be mean to you, fam. Now I'm going to have to be mean to you. You're giving me money. Look at this, man. I'm doing this. I'm getting paid. And look at what you're doing. You're giving me $5, a stockbroker with $5? Man, I struck a nerve, fam. For you to come back on a sock account and to donate to be able to talk, I struck a nerve. I hit that nerve, and I know that I did. But let me just say this right now, fam. We out here. We're getting new subs. People are supporting the channel. I'm doing great. You're a faceless nobody. But if you want a faceless nobody, go ahead and start a YouTube channel. Put your face on camera and bet me man to man. Go ahead and do that, my boy. You're a real man. You're a stockbroker. Get on camera. Put your face on camera. Stop being a bitch and hiding behind sock accounts and all that. Stop being a bitch. Okay? Get on camera and let's talk man to man about this bet and about this money. Let's do that. If you do that, you get on camera, you make everything, you talk man to man, and you verify you're a stockbroker with your job and all that, I'll consider giving you the $500 for this bet. How about that? Stop hiding behind your sock account. Stop hiding behind blank avatars. You do that, I'll consider. You verify your job that you're a stockbroker, and if you get on camera and talk man to man, send me the video, I'll consider giving you the bet, doing the bet. So how about that? I'll give you an out, all right? We can settle this like men. You get on camera man to man, not behind, just audio only. You get on camera, you talk man to man, and we can do this bet. How about that? And verify that you're a stockbroker too. I'm gonna need verification that you're a stockbroker. You don't gotta give me the firm that you work at or the place that you work at, but you gotta verify that you're a stockbroker. How about that? All right? I think that'll end it. I think Mr. Dr. Wolfstar, I think that'll end it, okay? Let's see here. So yeah, Nintendo's gonna fail. The Steam Deck, ROG Ally, better devices. You can play any Nintendo game you want. No, you can't play Switch 2 games. Where are all these people coming from? Jesus Christ. I think they're all the same people. Daniel Molina, what's it called? Demon, or this other person, Brian. I think these are all the same people. Jesus Christ. Switch 2's got you guys really, really upset, man. Holy smokes. ROG Ally and Steam Deck? Switch 2 already outsold all those systems, bro. Let's see here. Steam Deck 2 will outsell the Switch 2. Hey, Brian, you want to put some money on that? You want to put some money on that? How much you want to put, fam? Hey, OJ, been holding out buying a Switch 2. Any predictions for a revised OLED? I don't know if a revised OLED coming out anywhere anytime soon. I don't know. Let's see here. They pressed, bro. Like, man, they salty. Listen, man. Like I said, if my favorite piece of whatever constantly getting its back blown out, like Switch 2 did to these PC handhelds and all that. Hey, man, I listen. I can understand the frustration, bro. I can understand the frustration. I get it. I get why they're so upset. I get it. People have been talking smack about you not reaching certain subs for a long time. You continue to surpass your goals. Oh yeah, we out here. We out here. Let's see here. People's reaction to the partner direct was ridiculous in terms of people saying how bad it was. People have unrealistic expectations. Yeah, I think they do.
I have never seen a hybrid console make people this upset. Lol.
I don't know, man. To the point to where, like I said, you gotta lie about sales and all sorts of stuff, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Steak with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Steak with the 5 gifted memberships as well. Shout outs. You guys have been lively though. I love the audience tonight. Seriously, thank you guys so much for being awesome. Shout outs to Steak. Thank you for the 5 gifted, fam. I appreciate that. Yo, we out here. Let's see here. We out here. Says y'all are part of the reason Nintendo buns now. Y'all part of the reason. Okay, Daniel Molina, drop your PSN, drop your Steam, your ID. What should we be playing? Go ahead. Drop your account so we can see what you're playing and let us know. Go ahead. I agree with you. Nintendo's terrible. Now go ahead and drop your account so we can see what you're playing. All right, man? And then so you can give us some tips on what we should be playing instead. So go ahead and drop your account, Daniel. I agree with you. They suck. Now go ahead and drop your account and let's see what you've been playing, what you've been up to. Go ahead. Let's see here. Why does anyone care about which corpo is doing better than which? Some people have to. I have all the systems. I have the PS5 Pro. I have Xbox Series. I have everything. Some people care about it because it's their identity. It's their thing. They have to have some type of, I don't know, inferiority. They're insecure when it comes to certain stuff. So I think that's really what it comes down to, man. That's really what it comes down to. Just finished the base game of FF7 Remake. It's fire. Glad I waited to play it on Switch. Goddamn, it's amazing. Hey, shout out to Skull, Elias. Let's see. Everyone knows Roblox is a real. Everyone knows Roblox is a real gamers game. Casual Noob with the 3. It says, "Is Tales of
Tales of Elliot the Millennium Tales a spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger in the fact that it uses time travel like Chrono Trigger?"
No.
Also, I wanted you to guess the winner of Super Bowl, and one will drop all games to play Chrono Trigger.
I'm not guessing the winner of the Super Bowl. I ain't doing it. Shout outs. Thank you for the 3. Big love to Dan Dips with the $2. His plot twist. These are DBZ Nation stock accounts. Probably. Let's see it. That's because Switch 2 is getting all the third parties and some of them can't handle it. Some are just jealous. That's why they're hating on Nintendo. Maybe. OJ needs to stop his fake positivity crap. Jim Cascade and Nintendo are the only people nowadays who care about Nintendo. Brian, I need you to drop your PSN, drop your Xbox, drop your ID so we can see what we should be playing instead. All right, Brian? Go ahead. I already told you guys, the people that are saying that they're terrible, go ahead and drop your accounts so we can see what you're playing so we can get ideas of what we should be doing instead. All right, Brian? So go ahead and do that. Go ahead, drop it so we can see. Shout out to all the people that think differently. I feel you guys, all right? So Nintendo's terrible. Go ahead and drop your account so we can see what you've been playing so we can get an idea so we can be like you. All right, Brian? I feel you, fam. I feel you. You're right. So go ahead and drop your account so we can see what you're playing so we can give us some ideas of what we should be doing instead of wasting our time with terrible Nintendo. All right? So go ahead and drop it. You too, Daniel. You guys, both of y'all. Y'all both right, man. You guys are definitely right. So go ahead and drop your accounts so we can see what you're playing, so I can give the people the right information. All right. Let's see here. OJ, do you have the Steam Deck though? I used to have a Steam Deck. I don't have a Steam Deck anymore. You know that. You know that. Pokemon trailer greater than Super Bowl. There you go. No, I think they're just joking at this point. Dreamcast guy, ain't no way. Oh yeah, he's just joking. So I just said drop the account so we can see what you're playing, so we know what to do instead. You know. Let's see here. I wish the guy was being sarcastic. No, it's all good. Don't worry, Brian. We'll have his PSN. Shows Fortnite and FC. Yeah. The reason why I say, yo, drop the accounts, guys, is because a lot of people who are like the most nasty and trolls, they're not even real gamers. A lot of these guys, just play Call of Duty or barely play anything. They're not even playing much, but they just want to talk. So that's why I say drop the account. I mean, you're a hardcore gamer. Everything that we're playing is bad. So what are you playing? Tell us what we should be playing and prove that you actually play it. That's all. That's why I say. And usually that stops them from, they don't want to talk anymore. That usually shuts them up for the most part. Because like I said, a lot of these guys are frauds, barely even gamers, you know? They don't play games. Let's see here. Off topic, but are there any free-to-play games you like? No, I'm not a big free-to-play guy, man. I'll be honest. I'm not really a big free-to-play guy. I'm really not. I'm really not. Let's see. I'm really not. Uncario, exactly. You got it right, man. You got it right. They don't really play games. But once again, we don't really got much to talk about anyway. So this was fun because it helps make the time go by. We're less than 30 minutes away from the Spawncast. So really, it's the same stuff. It's just the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. We already know what they showed off. It's just the financial sales. We already know what happened. Sony sold 17.2 million for the year. Nintendo sold this. Sony outsold for the last 3 months. Month of November, 1 million units, but Nintendo sold the most for the year. So it's just that. And the Spawncast, we're going to talk about it more in depth with everybody's opinion. So, you know, I'm just here to just kind of chill before then. Let's see here. Playing Dynasty Warriors Origins on Switch 2. Great point. Yes, sir. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Is that game good? Like, I've never really got into Yu-Gi-Oh! People love Yu-Gi-Oh! They love the games. They love the anime, but I never really got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that. I never really got into it like that. So I just bought Kirby Air Riders today. I need to get good at the city trial. Oh man, the city trial, it takes a while to really adjust to the speed and to the craziness of city trial. Like, I still need to play that more. Long time OJ enjoying the Switch 2, been playing Prime and Pokemon ZA. Nice. Yeah, I beat Pokemon ZA last year. I had a lot of fun with it. Not perfect by any means, definitely could be better in a lot of areas, but I really loved the ending sequence. Like the last ending sequence for the, you know, before you beat the game was really cool. I'm just chilling until Mario Tennis Fever drops. Yeah, next week. The bums and whiners don't matter. No, they don't. Let's see here. Switch Force dropped a hint that the general direct is on March 12th. Switch Force is actually pretty good on that type of stuff. So, I mean, if he dropped a hint, then it's on March 12th, then that's probably more likely that that's the case than not, because he's been spot on like a lot of things with Switch 2 so far. Switch Force is not a grifter either, so I don't want you guys to think that, you know, Switch Force is not a grifter. Let's see here. People who complain about Partner Direct, I mean, it's going to be like the stuff like Expedition 33. It's going to be stuff like Metal Gear Solid. It's just going to be stuff that hasn't been announced yet. Call of Duty. Stuff that would probably be better suited for a big Nintendo Direct. So partner showcases are more like smaller games, RPGs, you know, other things like that. They're not necessarily like the biggest AAA games that, you know, that we get. So that's really kind of what it comes down to.
Valuable items.
Yo, Friends B with the 20 gifted memberships. Hey, yo. I also want to add that if you have more than one, I just want to add this, Friends B. Thank you for the gifted memberships. But I also want to add this for my man, Dr. Wolfstar. One more thing on the whole sub stuff. If you have more than 100,000 subscribers, you're like in the top 1% of content creators on YouTube and channels. You're like in the rarest of the rare. So I just want to make sure that I put that information out there. And we've got 130,000. So I think that's pretty good. But yeah, you're in like the top percentage of content creators. Most content creators never even sniff 100,000. Black dudes that do Nintendo, that's like fighting against 20-year-old Mike Tyson. The percentages of you being popular or getting 100K talking about RPGs and Nintendo as a black content creator, like I said, you might have a better chance of beating Mike Tyson when he was 20 years old. Like, it just doesn't happen a lot. It's not very common. So I do want to, like I said, shout outs to you guys for supporting the channel. Shout outs to you guys for subscribing. I appreciate it because, like I said, it's not easy. It is not easy whatsoever. You know, not easy at all. But yeah, it's one of those things. Big love to Fransby though with the 20 gifted. Yo, we are out here, man. Let's go. Shout outs, dude. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted. Oh my God. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. That's so great. Shout outs to my man Fransby. Like always. Dude, you showed up, Todd Howard. You showed up at the Nintendo Direct. You were there. People were mad that you were at the Nintendo Direct. What happened, bro? What happened? Where is Doom the Dark Ages? Where's Doom the Dark Ages, man? You holding out on us. You holding out on us, bro. Oh, let's see. It would have been better if they had more new unannounced games, but the showcase was still okay. Like, the thing about, like, new unannounced games is, like, do people want new unannounced games, or do people simply want what they know is good? You know, like, that's the only thing. Partner showcases have never been that. That has never been a thing for partner showcases. A bunch of new unannounced AAA games all of a sudden coming to the platform. That's never been a thing. You know, that's never been a thing with partner showcases. So it's like, I think the expectations of anybody getting that, maybe Nintendo Directs, big Nintendo Directs, yes. But partner showcases have never been the ground to say, look at these new unannounced big AAA games or stuff that like, that's just never been the thing with partner showcases. Not saying that it shouldn't be. I'm just saying that partner showcases have always been a smaller type of event. They don't show all the big stuff overall. Like, that stuff happens at the big Nintendo Directs, you know? So that's all I was trying to say. Let's see here. Switch Force said that there'd be a killer shadow drop at the partner showcase. Where was that? I'm not sure what that was or not. I'm not sure which one he said was that. But when it comes to his Nintendo Direct timing, he's been pretty spot on. He was spot on last year, and he's been spot on this year too. Have you seen the new Masters of the Universe trailer? I have not. Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty fun. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh can be hard to get into. I watched them played when I was younger, so I've been a fan for a while. Nice. Be careful though. Back then, Mike was biting ears off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have it's beating Mike Tyson would be way too hard. You know. OJ equals Buster Douglas. Oh man, the minimum to be considered a micro celebrity is 10K followers on any one site. You have 13 times that. I did not know what I don't like micro being in front of anything that I do. So I'm not a fan of the word micro. Yeah, micro sub, but no, I mean, yo, shout outs. I mean, I didn't know that was the internet celeb. I didn't know that was it. 10K, that's it? Okay. Interesting. I didn't know. Shout out Zoo, appreciate you, fam. Iron Spider, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. All this except one which was announced, Monster Hunter Rise. All but one of them are mid to okay, which is what to expect from them. Yeah, like I said, it's like you grade them on a curve. In my opinion, the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, once again, my opinion, like I get why other people didn't like it, but I felt it was the best one that we ever had by a country mile. Even the one with Monster Hunter Rise, yes, that was incredible. That was a goated one, but it was really just because of that game. If you look at everything else from there, it was like, what else was there? There wasn't really, it wasn't like it was a bunch of different stuff. But yes, Monster Hunter Rise was incredible. For me, at least, I was specifically waiting for games like Digimon. I was specifically waiting for games like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I was specifically waiting for games like Tales of Arise. I was waiting for these certain games to beat them or finish them so I can play it on Switch 2 because of the portable play. That's what I was waiting for, and we hit on all of those, right? We hit on all of those, and I was waiting for some of these other titles, some of these other RPGs. It's cool to see Nihon Falcon come out with the new game as well. That game looks dope. So for me, at least, I'm a weeb, so like obviously I like weeb stuff. So this was great for me. But if you're not a weeb or if you're not into RPGs, I get it. You know, I get it from there, you know. But the thing that I would say is that I don't think it was because there wasn't enough new announcements or new games. I don't think that was the issue. It was because people didn't get the certain ports that they want. I think that oh, well, there wasn't enough new. It was stuff that we already know. That's just an excuse overall. That's not a real thing, because trust me, if Expedition 33, if Expedition 33, if Metal Gear Solid Delta, if Call of Duty, if what else? What were some of the other big games that were already announced? If like, I don't know, like Halo Combat Evolved or something like that. Like if they had other games that were already announced or already out, you know, that were announced, people would be like, oh my god, that was incredible, I got what I wanted. So it had nothing to do with new games, like enough new games. It really didn't. It was more like I didn't get the ports that I wanted, you know?
Great evening, OJ. Hopefully all is well, just barely arisen. But here's my bet for the Super Bowl. I'ma put this 17.15 on the Seahawks.
Okay.
Friendly bet. Let's see if they fumble against the Patriots
What?
from
I'm
last
not-
time, or will they prevail?
I'm not betting.
Music request F0GX.
No, I'm not betting. I'm not betting anymore. I've already got Figure Drawing to bet, and the Seahawks are looking absolutely indomitable. They're looking. I'm not betting no more money. I'm not betting nothing. That said, no. I'm surprised. No Metaphor. I think Metaphor is probably going to be at the next Nintendo Direct, or maybe at a summer one. If it's not ready to go until the end of the year, they're probably going to hold on to it. Or if it's not ready to go to the beginning of next year, then they're probably going to hold on to it till it's closer to the release date of the game. That's what I'm getting. And yes, I did play the Pragmata demo. I talked about it in a video today. Go watch my video. I discussed Pragmata in depth. Let's see here. I didn't like it. I didn't care about third-party games on Switch 2. I prefer games on card. Okay, Felipe. Thank you for your input. Hail J. Everyone has their own style of gaming, right? Yes, of course. Game & Watch Collection X DX. Okay. Bro, making excuses that Direct was trash. Nothing he predicted happened. I predicted Digimon. I actually predicted a number of games. And once again, I said that this is just predictions that could show up at the show. But I actually predicted, I actually hit on a couple of them. So that's not true at all when it comes to that. And once again, when I say predictions, that doesn't mean I think everything could be there. I think, hey, this is what could be at the event. This is what could be there. So no. Nice try though, my man. Nice try though. The Direct is about stuff that we knew about. Yeah, that's what partner showcases are about.
I
They're
couldn't
about
even
that.
beat Mike Tyson in Punch-Out. I think I had a better chance getting to 100,000 subs lol at PlayerEssence. They don't call me casual noob gamer for no reason.
Yeah. Or how about this? How about this, Mr. Omega Valwin? What partner showcase had a bunch of new games and stuff that you liked? Go ahead and give me a partner showcase that you felt was incredible that Nintendo's ever done. Go ahead. So how about that? Give me a partner showcase that had a bunch of new games and new stuff that you love. Go, floor is yours, my boy. Go ahead. Give me it. What has Nintendo done in the past for a partner showcase that had a bunch of new games and that was incredible that you felt was really good? Because partner showcases to me have always just been about getting stuff that we would have hoped or old ports on the system. That's what the best partner showcase to me was in, I think it was June or July of 2022, where they announced Persona 3, 4, and 5 and Nier Automata. Those were all old ports. Those were all 3+ years old. Nier Automata at the time was 5 years old or 6 years old. So that's kind of what they've always been about. The best one was about old ports. I see going forward, partner showcases are going to be about old ports coming over. Big Nintendo Directs sometimes have new reveals, but really that's more about the big first party new reveals, big Nintendo Directs. So happy Indiana Jones is full on card for Switch 2. Yep. Casual Noob also with $1 or no, $3. It says I couldn't beat. Yeah, you couldn't beat Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson's difficult though in Punch-Out. He actually is really difficult. Like the guy, no, Indiana. Okay, yeah. Physical version of the game. Yes, it's good for that one. So it's all subjective. Let's see. I don't know or care about how others. Just saying how I grade it. Okay, I got you, Dawson. Oh, it's all good, man. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Once again, let's see here. I was hoping for Red Dead 2, to be honest. Yeah, the thing about that, John, is that Red Dead. I knew that. I mean, it's a possibility, but they like to just announce it whenever they announce it. Rockstar games usually don't show up. Sometimes they might, but Red Dead just seems like something that they're just gonna drop. Just like, hey, here's Red Dead Redemption 2. Here you go. You can, if you have the, you can buy it. It's gonna cost $50 or whatever, right? So I think it's just gonna pop up one of these days. Let's see. Most of the stream has been you smacking down fools with logic, but at least it fills the time. Yeah, it just fills the time because I mean it's just a recap of. I mean everybody doesn't care about what I'm about the sale. Like people don't want me to go over the freaking sales numbers. We already went over them or whatever, right? So then John's gonna talk about it again. So it doesn't matter. We're just chilling. We're having fun though. Like I said, I like debate. I like discussion. I like passionate debate and discussion. I did it in high school. I did it in college. So I'm a fan of it, man. I don't have a problem with people getting spicy. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't. But the problem is that I take it to the next level, right? And the reason why I take it to the next level is because I like to expose people. That Dr. Fake Broker Street, I already knew he was a fraud. I'm like, all right, here's one thing I know I can put some real pressure on him. Let's bet $1,000. I already knew he wasn't gonna do it. But that's how you completely stop it, right? That's how you completely stop it, is that you do something that you know that the opponent is not going to agree to. Because they're lying and they're full of it. So yeah, man, that's why when it starts getting too far, all right, just, you know, do this. Let's do this. But no, I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of it. I like the spiciness. Like I said, with the Switch 1, we had a lot of people that came in here and said the same thing with Switch 1. You know, a lot of those people are not here no more when it comes to talking.
Just rolled credits on FF7 Remake.
Nice.
It was my first time playing and it was amazing. Excited to play the Intergrade DLC next. Wondering if I play the Intergrade content now, or if I need to wait until after I play through Crisis Core.
Shout out to... Yo, this is crazy!
The street's been a bit rough these days. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy.
Wolf on... Yo, shout out to Wolf on Broke Street. Hey, yo, Wolf on Broke Street said the street's been tough. Hey, fam, man, I feel you, brother. Let's go. The funniest thing is how he walked right into that one. That's the funniest thing, how he walked right into it. He should have never given a prediction. When I said, all right, man, what's going to happen? He walked right into that one. Here's the why I love doing this, fam. He's been so negative, right? Stocks and all. He's been so negative. So he has to have a negative projection for the future. He has to. So I already knew it was going to be something stupid, because if he says 90 million or if he says 100 million, that's obviously doesn't fit his narrative. So I knew it was going to be something low, something dumb. I knew, and he walked right into it. Then I say 70 million, less than the 3DS. All right, let's bet $1,000. He knows he's going to be wrong. Boom. Argument over. Here comes the sock account. Here comes the pay me. Here comes all this fraud stuff. So I love it, man. Classic walk, like literally straight up like Dragon's Lair, or straight up like Dark Souls. Like you just walking, hey man, there's a trap right there. No, there's not. You know what I'm saying? Straight up Stone Cold Steve Austin versus DX when he was catching them in bear traps and stuff and hanging them up upside down by their feet. Walked right into it. That was the hilarious part, bro. If it was me, I would have been like, hey, look, man, there's no projection for the future right now, but right now it's not looking too good, but we'll see what happens. And I probably would have just left it like that, you know, but he walked right into that one. That was great. It was so good. He took the bait. Oh man.
I didn't like the partner showcase because of Paranorma Sight and all the games like Red Dead 2 Metaphor Monster Hunter Wilds Claire and more like the WTF game from Kiwi, and we didn't get nothing but Bugthesda games.
Bugthesda games? Says Casual. Shout outs to Casual. Thank you for the $3 dono, man. I appreciate you. Let's not forget Borderlands 4 didn't come out yet either. Borderlands 4. Well, they already talked about that game being paused. So that game, I don't know if that game's ever going to come out. Let's see here. Would you beat Melon in Arm Wrestle? Melon? I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Let's see here. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good? Welcome. You think most people will ever care about 8K TVs? Probably not. At least not anytime soon. We need more things that actually do 8K content for people to care about 8K TVs. Half-Life Rush would have been dope. Half-Life Rush would have been good. Once again, that's an old port though. Like, oh, another old port. I feel like there's many Switch 2 owners who skipped out on games on other systems due to wanting to have it to be portable. Partner Showcase was very solid. Helps the games. I mean, that's exactly what happened, because most of those games that were announced didn't do any type of crazy numbers. At least a lot of the Japanese games that were announced did not do crazy numbers on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. So yeah, there's a lot of people that like Digimon. I know for a fact there's a lot of people that held out on Digimon in order to buy it on Switch 2. That to me was like one of the best announcements. And like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I know there's people that were holding out on that game too. That game came out on PS4, so I'm thinking, okay, if it came out on PS4, it's not the most graphically intense PS4 game out there. I think that definitely that could come over too. So yeah, like I said, I don't know who you talk about, Hio, so it's all good, fam. What's up, Dane? Did you have any thoughts on my dono? What was your dono question? Okay. Excited integrate. Wondering if I should play intergrade content now or wait until play intergrade. Just go ahead and play intergrade and then do Crisis Core after that. My bad, Dane. I didn't know that you had that second part in there. My bad, brother. Thank you. It was because of Wolf of Broke Street. He made me laugh. I saw the message and that made me laugh. That's why I didn't answer your question. My bad. No. Go ahead and play intergrade content and then go ahead and go back and play Crisis Core, and you're good. And you were good. Why aren't they remaking FF3? Final Fantasy 3? Why aren't they remaking that? I don't know. Maybe they'll do it at some point. I don't know. Oh yeah, honey, I know you love Silksong. That was like your game of the year last year, right? Yeah, we do need a patch for Crisis Core on Switch too. Yeah, we do, because I think it's a 30 FPS. Is it 30 FPS on Switch 1? Not sure. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. Welcome, man. How are you?
Hey, fellas.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I think you might like that game. Yo, that's it with the 998
Hey, also,
or
I
989.
managed to send you an 8K picture on your XDMs and such here as a send-off for the Spawncast tonight. Stay awesome, OJ. Have a great one.
Hey, shout outs,
Let
man.
me know
I
what you
appreciate
think about
that.
the picture. It was in full 8K unedited.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Music
check it out.
request
I don't have an
F0
8K
anytime.
monitor though. This is a 1080p monitor. This is a 4K monitor. So I don't have the means to even see in the resolution that it's destined to be seen in. So how would I be able to know that it's 8K? Or I can find out that it's 8K by looking at the source, the properties of the file, but like I can't actually see it in 8K. So does it matter if you can't actually see it in 8K? Oh man. All right though, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up here. Today's stream was nuts. This was one of the most biggest streams. Big love to Fransby. Big love to everybody that Fransby dropped 20 gifted subs, man. Thank you guys to everybody that came out. I know it was a bit spicy, it was a bit fun, but we had crazy viewership. I appreciate that. Shout out to Dr. Wolfstar, man. Thank you. I appreciate you getting people excited for the stream, because like I said, not only that, you also donated to me too as well. So I appreciate you, Dr. Broke Street, Dr. Wolf on Broke Street. I appreciate you, fam. Like I said, this is my job. This is what I do. So it's fun. And we're going to keep working towards that 200K for you too, my boy. Don't worry. We'll get there. Just like we got to 100K, just like we got to 130K. We'll get there. So big love to everybody here too. Shout outs to Vadset, shout outs to Justin, shout outs to Bead Queen with the big 150. She was awesome. I didn't even put her name up at the top of the board here, so let me go ahead and do that. So shout outs to Bead Queen as well. You guys were awesome today, man. Today was a great stream. I'll be honest, you guys know I like chaos a little bit. Listen, you guys know I like chaos a little bit. I like a little bit of spiciness to the stream, so I appreciate you guys keeping me on my toes. It's fun. It's definitely fun to talk about video games. To have people who don't always agree with everything that you say. I welcome that. I welcome it. Because, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, I know that I'm going to say something better than what they're going to say. I know I'm going to win, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, man, I'll see you guys on the Spawncast. Head on over there, guys. It's about to start up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. I love you guys so much. You guys were goated today. Big combo breaks. Thank you guys for all the donos. To everybody that supported today. Seriously, thank you to everybody that dropped donos. Everybody that commented. You guys were all great. Yeah, like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you guys. Seriously. Shout out to Dan Dips who said, I'm going to buy 2 shares in the Ninja Village. Thanks. Yo, appreciate you.
Even further beyond.
Oh my gosh, Cyber Tars. Appreciate everybody here. All right, guys. Love y'all. We'll see you guys over at the Spawncast. All right, peace out, homies. Oh my gosh. Y'all wild, bro. Y'all wild.